Hello indie game fans! A couple of my favourite early access games for the year was released in September, but before we get into those, here are some quick picks worth checking out. Temple of Rust is a top-down 2D trash punk roguelite with some very clean and nice pixel art. Landinar Into the Void is a space adventure with open-worldish exploration, ship construction and missions. Bonkies is a cooperative construction game where you play as space monkeys and looks to be that sort of local co-op chaotic fun. And finally, Knights of Tartarus is a retro-style JRPG that has taken lessons and learnt from the best games in the genre. Moving on, here are the top 5 best early access indie games for September 2018. Tower Hunter Ezra's Trial is a 2.5D roguelite Metroidvania, or Roguevania, a term and subgenre popularized by Dead Cells. You play as Ezra, a sword maiden who has to ascend a mysterious tower, and features the same core progression hook of giving you a currency which you can spend on upgrades upon death. However, this looks to have Souls-like combat, so dodging and timing are critical, and seems to be more faithful to the Castlevania formula. Interestingly, this features something called licenses, which are awarded based on speed of completion and certain achievement conditions, where these licenses are not just cosmetic and could potentially be interesting. In its current state, it has about 60% of the planned content, but over the next 10 months or so, the two-person team are planning to add more levels, primary and secondary weapons, more rune cores used in the upgrade system, more skills, and more Metroidvania-style exploration abilities. The True Slime King was a game which I played on itch.io a while back and enjoyed its platforming since the stickiness of the slime meant that you could travel upside down for short periods of time, which did make it really challenging and fun. In the same style as Super Meat Boy, this has the instant reset, die and it's your fault kind of gameplay loop, which is one that I enjoy. The best part about this is that the game is more or less done, estimated to be at about 90% completion as of recording, with many bug fixes, small tweaks, and extra goodies to be added. Pretty solid platformer, so check this one out. Fate Hunters is another promising title in what is fast becoming one of my favourite subgenres in the roguelite card game, with titles such as Slay the Spire and Card Quest being ones that really stood out to me. I really love the art in this game, which is a key selling point, and the procedurally generated levels, enemy combinations, received cards, items, skills, and weapons make it quite replayable. Through the early access period, 2 more character classes are to be added, and with it, the usual addition of more content in terms of weapons, enemies, skills, items, etc. A first-person survival game set in space with a humorous twist, Breathedge looks to take the elements that make games like Subnautica or Ark Survival Evolved fun and sets it aboard a space station. gather materials, craft items, maintain your hunger, thirst, and critically, oxygen meters, and add to that a solid dose of humor. In its current state, the first story chapter is complete, but within that is a game which is very polished and has been getting great reviews. While the planned early access period is quite long at 16 months, this may also be a more realistic look at the timeline, and with new chapters comes new mechanics like construction, vehicles, and more. Parkasaurus has been on my radar since sometime last year, and I have been keeping a close eye on it, and I'm happy to reiterate that it has released in early access last month, so this is something that you can play right now. Like what I mentioned in the Megaquarium video, I love tycoon games such as Zoo Tycoon, so an indie dinosaur park simulator is right up my alley. The hook here is that each dinosaur requires a unique biosphere, so the shape of the exhibit, materials used for construction, plants, elevation, humidity, and even privacy requirements all result in creative enclosure designs. There's a tech tree to research and unlock more advanced dinosaurs, and even seasons and weather effects. Over the next 6 to 8 months, the developers are planning to add the usual slew of content, so mainly more dinosaurs, but there are some unlisted content to be added, such as a first-person mode and more. I simply love the cartoony art, and the fact that it is shaping up to be a fantastic tycoon game, so it takes the #1 spot of the month. Anyway, thank you for watching, please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, follow my Steam curator, and check out the subreddit to keep up with the best indie games, and I will see you in the next video.